Some other people will just say, yeah, I just want to make friends. Or I want to find a girlfriend. What if they find a girlfriend and after a long time they still couldn't? They will leave this one.
OK， 这段剪掉。Today, I invited one of my classmates from my cohort, Dingding. She is a tech lead from Snapchat. The first time I saw her, she's like a pretty Chinese girl, and I already feel close to her. But I didn't get a chance to actually make a conversation with you.
Right, we don't have deep conversations. It's the first time.
But I saw her like in Chinese communities, and she always has her voice to influence the people. I feel so impressive about that. Dingding, do you want to introduce yourself?
I actually came to the US for like, well, 13 years ago. I started in Michigan with computer science and aerospace engineer. It turns out aerospace engineer you can't really speak up with in your career. So I am an engineer right now, working for Snapchat, mainly on payments and subscriptions and product monetization. Before Snapchat, I've been working in Yelp as my first employer. And later, there are 2 years I work remotely from London. Yeah, this is my background, but we'll talk about that later a little bit more.
If you use 3 key hashtags to describe yourself, what do you will use?
3 very easy tags to remember me. Asian woman engineer, marathon runner. Third is social event organizer.
Wow, you are a marathon runner. Can you tell me like how often do you run? Or like how often do you get a train?
I would say in a daily basis, I run 5K. But if there's just no time to run or it's raining outside, I'll just go to the gym to build up my muscle or joints so that next run I won't hurt myself. And my this habit comes from 2018 when I was living in London and there's a lot of friends to social. So running is a thing that keep me concentrated.
Got you. How do you keep yourself running? Like what motivated you?
Just think about this. Like if you want some sports to keep you fit and you want some time to think about like maybe the roadmaps and what to do next. And you don't really need a gym or some special places to do these things. What's the best thing you can do? It is running. Easiest way to combine all these things together. And really 5K is not a great contribution. It's just less than 1 hour.
Yeah, so you're saying like running is the most convenient activities you can do. You don't need any equipment and you can just get out of the door and go run. Okay, yeah, that's good to know. I also heard that you made one of the champions in marathon.
Well, that was I always got some 3rd place or 5th places in some long distances. Not really marathon. It was in the San Francisco marathon event, and it was a 10K distance. I got the 1st place of women of my age group.
I should learn from that. Yeah. You also mentioned that you doing some Chinese organizations and being the leader of that. Can you tell us more what type of Chinese organization?
I graduated from a Chinese college called Shanghai Jiaotong University. And
by the way, for the people who don't know this school, this is top 4 university in China. It's super hard to get in. Yeah.
And because the engineer degree, engineer major in Shanghai Jiaotong University is very strong.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of engineers in the Bay Area belonging to that university. And we have a lot of alumni. But just at the beginning, there's no such an organization that people can host events for this alumni or really feel like belonging to. So we started this organization from a very small size. I had been vice president for several years and see this organization grew up from very small size to right now it's almost the top tier of all the alumni association in the Bay Area. And it covers all the audience about 10K people and it's growing.
Wow. 10K people. Is there any secrets you want to share, like how to play a key role in such large organization and make sure all the activities can keep in the order?
As an organization, I feel there are 2 main things. One is visibility. You need to let people know that you have such a great content. You host events every week and they're so high quality. You need a we call it metrics of media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, WeChat groups, all places you can advertise your events, let people know. And the other is branding. Branding is not really just say what you are, but also like collaborate with good partners. For example, as a nonprofit organization, we always need to ask for sponsorship, right? Tend to have higher quality of collaborations.
Got you. It's not just like organize people for the activity, but also need to take care of the fundings and make sure people get the experience they expect during the process. Yeah. And also like to engage people always come back to this organization and trying to contribute. I assume also the, difficult part.
Oh, it's very difficult because again, nonprofit organization is really relying on volunteers.
Right.
And the key difference between volunteers and the employees is money. The money is the main incentive of how you do daily work, right?
Yeah.
But as a volunteer, it's more like passion, enthusiasm. Our organization, just like other big companies, we always have long-term strategy, long-term plan. But if volunteers come and go, it will harm our roadmap. Like we don't know what to plan next quarter because we don't know how many employees are left here. So it's really essential to pick those people who have full passion to join our organizations. As for those people who wants to join but they want something to return back, we tend to refuse them.
It seems you also need to recognize those people who really want to contribute from their heart instead of just they want to get something from the organization.
Yeah, just to increase retention rate.
Trying to find those people. Do you just based on their past experience or based on your conversation with them, like what's the way like you normally to use to do that?
Yeah, our current way is just to do a survey. One will ask them about their what you're specialized in. Some are maybe technical person, some maybe want to marketing more, and we specifically ask them about their mission. Like if they really thought about, hey, I really want to build this organization, they will put a lot of words here. You will really see their passion. But some other people will just say, yeah, I just want to make friends, or I want to find a girlfriend. What if they find a girlfriend and after a long time they still couldn't? They will leave this organization.
Yeah. Right? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, this is real.
Yeah. So you organize so many activities. I believe you not only organize for your like university, like undergraduate university, but also I saw you in different communities. For example, you connect the Chinese venture capital, Chinese entrepreneur with the American tech experts, online, offline communications. I saw so many like shining names, like many CEOs, like, the big VC. How do you get connected with them?
Yeah, that's a great question. I rarely connect with them with courage. Like this is low success rate, but I kind of built my own reputation and the organization's brand gradually over the past years. So when I reach out to them and introduce, hey, I'm a vice president of what was social community, they all kind of hear that and know it is a high quality, reliable. So they want to talk about us about more of the details. And the other thing is usually those speakers who want to attend us, they have their own, like they want to have some impact to the social and they want to advertise their companies. For example, Xiaodi Hou, he used to be the CEO of Too Simple, and right now he left and started a new company called .AI. And that one is not really well known, and he wants the public to recognize this is a great startup. So this is why he come to be a speaker with us.
You can leverage what you already built, your reputation. It gains you some opportunities at the current moment and also in the future. So it seems like you not making any profit from that, but it brought you so much more information and many potential opportunities.
Yeah.
It inspired me that you don't only think about the short term, also think about how to achieve the long-term success. And the long-term success not only requires your ability, but also the help assistance from the people outside of your circle. And how to make sure these people can trust you is you need some reputation with your existing organization.
Right.
Yeah. From my observation, the Chinese leaders seems different from the the image of American leaders, right? So do you have the similar feeling, and what are the difference in your mind?
Yeah, I've thought it a lot about my career life. So as we know, when we talk about Chinese leaders, we talk more about technical, talk less about public speaking skills. Someone says it is stereotype, but I don't think it is. I think this is the reality, and it has some reasons underlying. For those audience who don't know, I'll describe a little bit how Chinese come to the U.S. Come to the United States and stay here. Usually, they will need to study a STEM major. STEM means math or engineer. And then they have the opportunity to so-called join the lottery and get a H-1B working visa. And this is the only way they can continue to work in the US. And if you're art or you are literature or any other the other majors, you don't have the opportunity to get that visa. So this actually filters out someone. And only if you work for a really technical company that's a giant in the industry, you can continue to apply visa and continue to sponsor, go to the green card process. And this further filter out a lot of people who are not so technical. So the only ones survive in this whole road are those leaders who are really technical but probably don't have much time to develop their charisma or public speaking, but this is for some reason.
Gotcha. Is there the reason of language barrier?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when you're trying to lead people with your voice, you need to be confident of what you are saying, right?
Yeah.
If you are not even confident about the language, then it's definitely like kind of weaken your confidence of what you talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do see some Chinese leader, they trying to influence the people in a more I don't know, silent way. But so they doing a lot of things, but they just trying to show the people I have the capability to, set up the milestones. I can really deliver the goals by leading all these people. But maybe I'm not the ones stand on the stage and trying to make the voice. But I'm not sure if you have see those kind of people.
Yeah. I've seen this kind of people in line manager to director roles. But when you grow up after director role to VP or even CEO, you will gradually need to improve the so-called leadership and get away from the pure managementship. In line manager, this thing is really, really common because they all grew up from an engineer or IC background. And this is how the way engineers do things.
Yeah.
Execution, align with everything, do things like a bot and increase efficiency. This is just what all the engineer does. But when you grow up to, people usually say when I grow up from manager to director, this is a huge barrier because I don't know how to do. This is because they didn't change their role from manager to leadership. A leader needs a vision and they need to persuade people to accept their vision. And they will need to organize the whole group to collaborate together to execute this vision. These are all need some personality in deep inside to affect people rather than tell people, hey, you need to do what.
It reminds me the theory we learned from leading the people that a good leader is necessary or good manager, but a good manager is not necessarily a good leader. So apparently a leader requires more aspect compared to the manager.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you kind of grow in the leadership path?
I'll talk to you about my leadership theory.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are two kinds of leaders. One is first impression leader. These are usually men leaders. For example, when a tall man with big muscles and bold voice coming in, you'll naturally be attracted by him. So this is the first impression leader. And second impression leader is those majority women leaders. They might not seem as a leader at the first place, but actually some employees are more like to tell them private stories or what they're really thinking about to a woman leader because they feel psychologically safe.
Yeah.
And women leaders are more sensitive to people's emotions, and that could contribute to the organization's long-term health. So I want to go with the route with the typical woman leaders, care about people, let people know I'm the strongest support to them. Yeah, this is my leadership style in my future version.
You're saying like there are some advantage of the woman leader that they have more like feeling skill, feeling what others thinking, and they trying to help them to solve the problem, and potentially they are influencing these people by their moral. Do you feel you are living a very happy life? Are you feel fulfilled every day? I just wonder what kind of your definition of the happiness in your life.
My definition of happiness are two parts. One is I have control of my life, and I have a goal, and I know how to go from this stage to my goal. And the second is I don't want everything to be perfect. Just like running, you can't imagine like you get the first place in every marathon running, right? There are so many elite marathon runners in the Bay Area. And running is more about day-to-day practice. If you skip 1 week, then you're kind of starting from beginning because your muscles are not adjusted. So this is the other part. I define my happy life. I want to be good, but not the best. I want to do something, but not in one time, but I'll do it gradually in my life.
Yeah, so you want to follow your own pace instead of compete with others.
Yeah.
Okay. I think most of the unhappiness is come from the competition, right?
Or not fulfilled, or you're thinking too good of yourself.
Yeah, but that also requires you to find what the things you really want to do, what the things you really enjoy, instead of, oh, those people are doing that, maybe I should do the same thing. And when you do it, maybe it's not the things you enjoy.
Yeah. And I have a little cat, very cute. She gives me emotional supports.
Thank you, Dingding, for coming to this interview. I learned a lot from you today, from the social impact, from how to be a good leader, and how to grow yourself, how to enjoy your life. I'd like to participate in all these events you organize.